The other thing that Corey was kind of saying is that he's not really a footwear guy, or he doesn't really feel like a footwear guy because his background is not really in shoes. Like he's not passionate any more passionate about shoes or shoe design than he is about finance or operations. So do you feel like a footwear guy at this point or no?
You know what? I think there are some days that I feel like, I'm a footwear guy. Like especially days when we're like meeting up with the design team and we're going through like different iterations of the design and like, oh, this or that. And like as we learn the lingo, like, oh, the vamp, the throat, and you're saying stuff that like sounds cool because you didn't know about it like a couple of months back. Like I at those points, I'm like, all right, yeah, I'm in the industry. Like I feel like I'm like contributing, like I'm a part of it. And then there's some days that we're doing stuff that's so far removed from like the footwear design element or like even the shoe itself. We're kind of like working on the other aspects of the business that, yeah, you don't necessarily feel like a footwear guy that day. So it kind of ebbs and flows. Like there's some moments that I'm like really like, yeah, I'm making this shoe. Like we're making a shoe. And then there's some days of like I'm keeping a business afloat. I'm trying to like get to that next day. So like, yeah, it really just like, yeah, like I said, it ebbs and flows. And I think Corey, because he was actually designing, like he had actually like stepped in there and he was the one who was like doing the technical stuff. Like I think for him, it might be a little bit different. For us, we started off like that and then realized that this type of like design, and I think Corey even acknowledges it, is a little bit more technical and requires a skill set that we just it'll take too long for us to do, and it's like not efficient for us to be able to like go out and try to do this. Like we need to bring in people who have this type of expertise in order to make sure that this product gets done correctly. So there are days when I do feel like a footwear guy, and then there are days when I just feel like I'm Atlas or something. We're just trying to hold this thing up.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I feel like I probably feel like less of a footwear guy than you do, just because I don't know if there's any days where I'm like, oh yeah, I'm really a footwear guy. Like I'm doing this. I know exactly what I'm talking about. I know all this different stuff about the footwear industry. So I feel like I work in the footwear industry now, and to that extent, I'm a footwear guy. But I don't feel like, just because we work now with so many people who have spent years and years in the industry, they know a ton of things about shoes, making shoes. And we still haven't even really seen what that process looks like in person. We hope to do that soon. But I think once we make a final shoe, like a left and a right shoe, we see it on people's feet. We're able to actually go in person, go to the factory, see it come off the line, point things out that we want to change, see those changes being made. I think that's when I'll feel like more of a footwear guy. But right now, I just feel like I'm kind of working in the footwear industry, and I have a vision for a shoe that we want to make, but it's not quite been made yet.
That's fair. That's fair. I think maybe overall that's probably my sentiments as well. But like there are some moments where I feel like maybe not a shoe dog, but like a shoe puppy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think that's right.